Well, hello everybody. Welcome you guys back to my channel. In today's video, what we're going to do is we're going to go over some stuff that we're going to be doing Monday to decorate out here for Christmas. For Christmas, we're going to be decorating out here for Christmas. All right. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be decorating our driveway. You can see we have those PVC pipes over there, and we also have some rebar. What we're going to be doing for Monday is we're going to be cutting some rebar that's over here. You can see the rebar is right there. I'll show you guys the rebar right there. You can see it's right there. You can see the rebar right there. So you can see there's some PVC pipes. We have 10 PVC pipes in total. What we're going to do is create 5 arches that are going to be going down, up and down the driveway. As you can see, the 5 arches are going to go up and down the driveway. You can see they're going to go from all the way back there, all the way to here, okay? And they're going to be going all the way out from there to here. So the plan for Monday is we're going to get out here and we've got some gadgets that we're going to be using out here for Monday. Monday we also are going to be using some lights, some Christmas lights. So in this trash can we have some Christmas lights here. Sorry about the wind chime right there. Pull that up right there so you guys can see. You can see there's the Christmas lights inside there. You can see we have the PVC pipes all and stuff inside there. So we have 5 PVC, we have 5 couplers. We have about 5 couplers for each pipe. We have 10 couplers for each pipe. Okay, so the plan is we're gonna run all these down, up and down. We're gonna run all these down the driveway. Okay, we're gonna create 5 arches down our driveway. Okay, so that'll be it right there. Okay, so what we have in here in this yellow container is we have a Sawzall. A Sawzall is basically something that is used to cut wood and metal. Okay, it's made to cut wood and metal. All right, so what we're going to be using the Sawzall for is we're going to be using that to cut the metal up, to cut the rebar up. Once the rebar is cut up, what we're going to do is we're going to put the PVC pipes on top of that rebar. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bend those PVC pipes into a really big arch. Okay, into a really big arch. All right. The really big arch that you see right there, as you can see the wells fixing to go off. You can see that these, you can see that on top of the yellow container, the black and yellow container, you can see I have 2 products. We have a fire helmet and we have a mask. We have a fire helmet and we have a mask. Those are going to be used for when I cut the wood up. The wood, no, not the wood, the metal. Okay. Those are going to be used for when I cut the metal up because of sparks flying up and down, flying around us. We are going to be cutting the rebar up. So the rebar is going to be cut up just like that. And then once the rebar is cut up, what we'll do is we'll bend those PVC pipes up into an arch, and then we'll put those arches the way they should be and the way they should go. Okay. So the plan is we're going to run all these Christmas lights. We're going to go back to the garbage can now. We're going to go back to this trash can. The plan is we're going to take all these Christmas lights right here. All these Christmas lights right here. You see these? These are Christmas lights. So what we're going to do is we're going to run them all the way over the arches. Okay, we're going to run them all the way over the arches. And then that'll be it. We're going to run them all the way over the arches. And then that'll be it. Because hopefully when we get these lights up and running, the plan is we're going to get that orange extension cord right there. You see that orange extension cord right there, y'all? That orange extension cord is going to be running up against the privacy fence. Okay, that orange extension cord is going to be running up against the privacy fence up top. We have 5 plant holders. Okay, we have 5 plant holders. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we actually have 5 of them. Okay, 5 of them. And those are going to be held right up against that. Okay, so you can see right there, those are going to be held right up against that. So with the expansion of our Christmas lights display, we already did some stuff indoors, and we did some stuff indoors, and we did some stuff outdoors as well. With this, you could see that this right here, the plan for this, you could see that this part right here is pretty loose. Okay, you can see this part right here is pretty loose. You could see that there's also another rack right up there, another plant rack right up there. We'll hang the extension cord up on top of that, and then once we get that done, we're gonna get the extension cord, and we're gonna plug the son of a bitch up. Once the son of a gun's plugged up, then that way we can have all of our Christmas lights shining in one display and a Rognavent display. So hopefully that'll be it. So once we get the Christmas lights plugged up, hopefully the son of a bitch will work, because if this son of a bitch does not work, we're going to probably wind up having issues with our electrical. So the cord's plugged up right over there. You could see that gray box that's through the privacy fence. You could see that gray box right there. That gray box is called a junction box, and that junction box is connected to an outlet, okay? And the outlet is connected to a circuit, okay? And what we'll do is we'll turn those lights on, okay? We'll connect this extension cord right here. You can see this extension cord. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna pick it up. You can see what I'm doing right now is I'm running the extension cord all the way from here to there. As you guys can see, you can see the trash cans on top of the cord right now. So I'm gonna have to move it real quick. There it is. So fixing to move that. So what we're doing now is I'm moving this extension cord all the way down to this end right here. I'll show you guys real quick the Sawzall in just a little bit. There we go. So there's the fire helmet and stuff right there on top. Move all this so you guys can see what the Sawzall looks like inside there. See there? That's the Sawzall. We're going to be using that Monday to cut up that rebar. So, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are wondering if I'm going to be using the Sawzall by myself. No, I will not be using the Sawzall by myself because of how dangerous it is. I'm going to be using it out here with an adult with me. Even though I'm 22 years old, just because of my age, I'm 22 years old, doesn't mean I know shit. But I'm just going to be using it with an adult out here. So please excuse my foul language here too. So right there, you can see the cord's going to be hanging up against you can see the cord's hanging up right there. So what's going to happen is all those lights that are plugged, they're going to be plugged up. They're going to run up against those arches, okay? They're going to run up against those arches, okay? And then all those arches are going to be lit up bright, okay? And that's what we're going to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, so that's what we're going to do for Monday. For plans out here for Monday, we're going to decorate out here, and then that'll be it. So decorations for out here, decorating outside Monday. We're going to be putting up those arches, and then once we get those arches put up, that'll be it. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about safety first when it comes to using a Sawzall. So I have a piece of fabric in there that I'm going to be using. That's going to be my Nomex hood. That's going to be my Nomex hood. So the Nomex hood I'll be using for inside. I'll be using for outside as well. The Nomex hood is going to keep me from catching myself on fire with those sparks that are going to be flying up from the Sawzall. So the Sawzall we're going to be using tomorrow to cut up Monday to cut up the metal, to cut up that rebar. And so that rebar is going to be cut up Monday. So we're going to be using that Sawzall Monday to cut the rebar up. So you can see that this is my mask. So this mask right here, you can see I'm going to be wearing that Monday to keep my face from getting hit by the flames, getting hit by the sparks that are going to be flying up from the Sawzall. And so this is my fire helmet. I'll be using that as well to keep my head from getting caulked by the Sawzall. You can see it's got that neck guard in there. You can see it's got that neck protector. It goes down, it protects my neck. You can see it just protects my neck from certain shit. So, ladies and gentlemen, that should do it for today's look on how to decorate outside. But that should be done. So thank you for watching. Have a great day.